All right, good afternoon, folks. Hope everyone's enjoying this beautiful Saturday here in Rhode Island or wherever you're listening right now. We're in Newport, Rhode Island for today's Black Lives Matter rally, a much smaller rally than yesterday in Providence. Here's what we got so far. Right now, just a small crowd and sort of a procession around downtown Newport, making their way towards the Martin Luther King Center.
Here's another side.
Double-barreled. There it is.
This is a good one.
There you have it, folks.
Peace out.
And again, this is just a portion of the crowd that's now in sort of a procession around downtown Newport. Just a few moments ago, this group was greeted by a gentleman, actually two fellas, who expressed their disapproval for the Black Lives Matter movement. And you can see that on my Instagram page, but I won't give them any more publicity than that. So just a small gathering right now, anticipating a much larger gathering. Now, there's been a lot of rumors spread out there that this is going to turn into some kind of violent affair, that there have been bricks and other projectiles put around the city. I spoke with the Newport police on numerous occasions throughout the last 24 hours, and so far, there is absolutely no information, even informal, off-record conversations to corroborate that sort of thinking. Now, I will say that I've seen some individuals here downtown that don't appear to be familiar with the roadways and so forth. Kind of looks like some people definitely from off island, but right now we're just making our way to the Martin Luther King Center for the commencement of this rally, scheduled to begin 3 p.m. today here in Newport. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're in downtown Newport, Rhode Island right now. Black Lives Matter rally scheduled to begin at 3 o'clock today, and a procession happening right now. And you can see there's ample support amongst these motor vehiclists. And the group now making their way to where this rally, again, scheduled for 3 o'clock today here in downtown Newport. Obviously a much, much, much smaller affair than even what we saw just a few hours ago at Colt State Park in Bristol. My colleague, Kevin Andrade, has an excellent video of that particular rally that took place earlier today. But this group now making their way to the MLK Center here in Newport. All right, now we're seeing a much more substantial turnout here as we enter the MLK Center. What's going on, man? How you doing? We're live right now.
I hear you.
Woo.
Thanks for all you do.
Thanks for all you do, man. Appreciate it.
Nice seeing you. Take care.
Likewise. We'll catch up soon. Oh, pardon me, brother. And again, folks, if you're just tuning in, we're here in downtown Newport, Rhode Island for a scheduled Black Lives Matter rally here today. And right now I'm heading on to the basketball court here at the MLK Center. Give you a crowd estimation in just a moment. Right now, just trying to get my bearings here. Okay, there's a stage. Looks like there's going to be a prepared event. Setting the scene for you folks. And there's Steve Alquist, Uprise, Rhode Island. What do you know? Hey, no problem, brother. Of course, yeah. That's the move. And one thing that's interesting here, as you can see, the law enforcement, a smattering of those in masks. Some of them in bulletproof vests, others just in there. Okay, he's putting his mask on now. That's fascinating, given that Newport has an ordinance which requires mask wearing. It's in fact the only municipality in the state that's doing that. Maddie, Mike, Tanya, Sean, what's happening? Good to see everybody today at this important event. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Excellent, thanks. We're live right now, so if you don't want to be live, duck out of the way. There's Connor Cyrus. Thanks, brother, man. Appreciate it.
Microphone check 1, 2.
Going to make my way to the stage, try to get an image of the entire crowd here for you. And folks, I'll be breaking in throughout the day as this develops. Give you a crowd shot right here. The crowd filing in at this point. Forecast calling for thunder showers. Brought by Poncho. Don't anticipate that'll do anything to impact this event today. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're right now. Sally, glad you're here. Glad you're here. If you're just tuning in right now, we're in downtown Newport, Rhode Island for today's Black Lives Matter rally, scheduled to commence in just a few moments. Of course, Newport, to me, is probably the most segregated city in Rhode Island. There's literally brick walls around some of the affordable housing complex, and it's more of a line of wealth. A terrible history here when it comes to slavery. Obviously, this was the epicenter of the triangle trade here in Newport, just a few steps away from where thousands upon thousands were brought in chains to the United States. A dark history here. And as this group was making their way downtown, we did encounter some white supremacist folks who were shouting down the protesters, and a shocking event, in my opinion.
A lot of shows. Yeah, my face. Do you see?
Just kind of making my way.
So.
Even outside of the facility here.
Good.
Rhoda Ann Northup, good to see you. Thanks for hopping in. Of course, that's the job, you know. You got to do it. You know, if you're going to do the reporting, you got to do it all the way. Here we have more police officers on the outskirts here. Praying it stays peaceful, absolutely. I mean, there's really no reason to think otherwise. These rallies have been peaceful entirely. You know, there's been some who have usurped this moment for their own purposes they have nothing to do with this cause. I mean, those folks are by and large coming from more of an anarcho type of position than an equity position. And we're going to get some footage right now of the live performance. How you doing, Mayor? The entire news media conducting the entire Newport news media conducting an interview simultaneously here. I'm not sure what's going on. Newport Mayor Jamie Bova here. That's good to see. All right, folks, so if you're just tuning in, right now we're in Newport, Rhode Island, just a few moments away from the commencement of this Black Lives Matter rally here in downtown Newport. And they're still setting up. Right now, a crowd of about 500 here would be my estimation. I'm going to try to grab some folks to get some interviews in. I'm going to give the other reporters space at this point in time. A solid turnout for Newport. Kind of making my way to the sidelines here. There's Steve Alquist again, ladies and gentlemen, Uprise, Rhode Island, down at Newport. Mr. Alquist. Roberto, good to see you. Megan, both Megans, happy to see everybody on here today. And I'll be breaking in and out as the day progresses here. We'll see what the program looks like. And again, there was a forecast report for thunder showers. We'll see if that actually plays itself out here today. Hopefully not. Okay, the crowd now taking a knee. Here we go.
Black Lives Matter! 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 Yes, sir! No justice, no peace! That's right.
We all need somebody to lead.
Go ahead and upgrade that crowd estimation that I made moments ago of 500. I'm going to go ahead and say that there are right now close to 1,000 people here. Crowd making its way now. All right, the crowd is now leaving the MLK Center, assuming this group is going to be marching on the downtown area.
No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace.
No justice!
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 No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Yeah, now.
All right, the group now making its way into the downtown area. Folks, if you're just tuning in right now, we are live in downtown Newport for Black Lives Matter rally that just commenced. It's now making its way from the MLK Center onto West Broadway, Wheatland Boulevard, as it's called these days. I'm making my way up to the sidewalk, and so far a significantly smaller turnout than yesterday's rally in Providence, which by its conclusion had over 10,000 people at it. Still a sizable crowd here. Here's the Newport Police Station.
No justice! No peace! 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 No peace!
Folks, feel free to share this video only to spread the word that this is happening right now, get people down here. Like I said, I'm estimating 1,000 people here at this rally, which began in the area of the MLK Center in downtown Newport, now making its way up Dr. Wheatland Boulevard, formerly known as West Broadway, approaching Equality Park. And Newport, perhaps the city with the most sinister history when it comes to race in New England. At one time, the epicenter of the Triangle Trade. And remaining a fairly segregated and divided city. Take a look at Rogers High School, the walls around many of the public housing complexes. Here's this guy again.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Get out of the way. Don't you do that. 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 Don't you do that.
That's not what we're here for! That's not what we're here for!
Don't you do that.
No peace! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice!
That guy's fuck. He was here earlier, man.
No justice!
That guy was giving people a hard time earlier.
No peace!
Yeah.
No justice! No peace!
Crazy bitch.
No justice.
No peace!
No justice. No peace. No justice.
No peace! No justice! No justice! No justice! No peace! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Dr. Munoz, they're standing by doing nothing. That's the second encounter that this group has had with that particular individual. All right, the group now making their way down Broadway towards the proper downtown area, passing by the Newport police station. Tourists enjoying their breakfast or brunch. Yes, he is. Captain America Steve Alquist is here.
No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No justice! Stop right here! No justice! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No bring the signs of it! Bring the signs up front! Face it down, wait.
And folks, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. This is the real Rhode Island. This is the real Newport right here, folks. I've been saying this over the last couple of days. Don't let any talk show hosts or television news stations tell you otherwise.
Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor!
Venmo at Bill Bartholomew. Please, yep.
No peace! No peace!
There we go. Powerful scene.
No justice, no peace! 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 We're here to declare from this day forward that Newport Police will do what it's called to do to serve and protect all residents of Newport, Rhode Island. All residents. Right. What? To protect every all residents. Every resident. Created equal. All residents. And I really want people to understand that this is one of the messages that we try to stress to people, and especially for the white audience, our white brothers and sisters, that are here. It's not about black or white. Don't let nobody tell you that this is about a black or white situation.
That's right.
Because it's not.
Right and wrong.
It's about a human life, a human family situation. That's what it's about. It's about a human family. We have to come together. We got to sit down and talk. We got to work these differences out. The only way we're going to do this is if we come together. Sometimes we might have to march and protest just to get your attention so you can see exactly what is going on with us. And now, the world already knows, that, white supremacy exists. We know that white supremacy, has been the problem for us for God knows, for us, 400, 500 years, right? So, so now we have to deal with this. So now we have to mirror this to you guys and let you know, man, that we in a place, man, where we need your help. We can't make this happen without you. We can't make this happen without you.
Yeah, what's up?
That's welcome to the program. That's what the family's about. It's a learning process. Okay? But I want the world to know that Newport, Rhode Island, we got it going on over here. We know how to deal with that shit. So, you gotta teach the world that we know how to deal with it. Okay? And you know what? And we ain't gonna stop until they understand.
Yes.
We keep going. Because I want to be able to come out and see, white children, black children, Spanish children, Indian children. I want to see all the playing together. I want to see them all. So the only way we're going to deal with that, for the sake, if you ain't going to do it for yourself, man, do it for the babies, man. Do it for the children. You understand? Okay? So when I say that, again, we're going to deal with this white supremacy because this is something, man, that we have to deal with. That is part of the power structure. It comes part and parcel. Okay? That's why, we going through this stuff and we see it. People may not understand it. You know what I'm saying? But it's our job, our responsibility to make, to bring that to their attention. We have to do things like this, so we can get people's awareness to let them know just how real this situation is.
It is real in the field.
You know what I'm saying? When it took George to get this done, man, we've been going through that. You know what I'm saying? When it took Rihanna to get, man, we've been going through that. What about baby Ayana? You know what I'm saying? We've been going through that, man. You know what I'm saying? So now, it's about, coming together, because the world is in chaos. This country's in chaos right now with this mess. Okay? We're going to let the world know we ain't going to let it happen here. We got to let it happen here. All right? Okay? I have to be honest also, in doing that, and I know that, officers are human beings too as well. We got a few bad apples, and we got a few good apples. We understand that. That's the story that's always been told to us, right? But let me tell you something, man. If you got somebody that's solid and he's seeing something that his partner's doing, that makes you just as guilty as me. That makes him just as guilty. Okay? So we got to address that. They want us to change policy. They want us to do reform. I'm not a reformist. I say do that with the whole shit and throw it out. Do it over. That's it. That's the only way we're going to make this thing work.
We're going to do it in
This
Minneapolis.
white supremacy is so strong, it's codified in the policies. It's placed in the policies. They write it in such a way where it creates a gray space that you cannot even challenge because there's no process or procedure to challenge the gray area. Okay? So we know what white supremacy is. I do.
Racism
Okay?
is constitutional.
That's right.
No good
Racism has become institutionalized, in so many ways. In every industry, in every facet of life. We've dealt with this in the sports entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Sports industry. We've dealt with it in the political, in all areas and facets of life. Deal with economics, politics, and all the social institutions in this country. We've been through this shit, man. When we gonna stop? I know when I speak to some of the white individuals on the street on an individual basis, we cool as shit, man. It's all right. I love them. Love them to death. You know what I'm saying? But we got to make this happen to make the world see that we all like that. There's some of us that have some issues, man. Welcome to the program, homeboy. We're going to teach you too. Okay? That's how we do it. No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! That's right. Love y'all. in order to form a more perfect union. You better go ahead. Feed the people. Tell the people. Find the people. They work for us. We don't work for them. Our lives are just as valuable as white lives.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, we are live in Newport, Rhode Island, downtown. The real Rhode Island here, folks. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Any talk show hosts, any naysayers, any far-right groups. This is the real Rhode Island, folks. The only division is right and wrong at this point. It's pretty basic. And today, I'm gonna go ahead and up my crowd estimation to 1.5. I'm gonna go 1,500, 1,500 people here marching through the streets of Newport. By the way, folks, be out here as long as it takes. When my battery dies, we'll go charge it day after day. Newport, Rhode Island, a city with a wicked history, a sinister history, the epicenter of the Triangle Trade, a city with massive racial divisions, massive poverty division. Still, Rogers High School at the bottom of public schools in the state, while those of means send their kids to private and religious schools. And today, 1,500 folks demanding that change. Peter agrees, Peter Ruggieri agreeing with my 1,500 assessment. Yeah, I got my methods. Bartholomewtown photographer Tom Berglund over here. We'll have lots of content for you later on. And by the way, twice encountered by the same white supremacist who confronted this group, attempting to fight them. Folks having, there's a Trump hat that goes against the grain here probably. Certainly a day of
Gotta go, we on the move, we moving. No peace. All over the globe, all over the country, everywhere. No justice, no peace. No more Minnesota. Never again. We done dying. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace.
And the rally making its way to Newport Courthouse right now, Newport County Courthouse. Folks, for those of you just tuning in, we're live in Newport right now. Newport County Courthouse, where the Black Lives Matter rally has made its way. This rally began earlier at the MLK Center and proceeded to Newport Police Station. And now here we are, the steps of the courthouse where
no justice, no peace, no justice. supremacy, racism, and all those other ills that keep us separated. Okay? Everybody get down here.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're live in Newport.
Today. My name is Brother Gary. I love that. Newport, y'all gotta be ready for this. You better get ready for this. Listen, I have a few things to say about Newport. You guys run a great town. I like Newport. One thing about us that Black Lives Matter Rhode Island, we're not going to tear up, we're not going to riot. We're going to have a great demonstration. We're not going to use profanity. We're going to talk about what can make us better people in the world. We have to be accountable, everybody. That means you, my Caucasian brothers and sisters. I love you all, man. I truly do. Black people, you are beautiful. You are amazing. I am so strong, so black and beautiful. You are... And I want to lift up all my brothers and sisters right now in harmony. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter!
I got some homebro here tonight. One of my close friends, the Stokes family. Unbelievable. These sisters right here, they laid it down for me. They went to bat for me. When I shut down 95, I had to do that because of what was going on. I am so proud to be an American. I'm proud. I love my country. We're going to fix this problem right now. We are going to fix this problem right now. Because without y'all, we can't be greater. You understand? This takes a unit, a collective group. We are special people. We are the United States and the world. We are the greatest power country in the world. Give it up. Give it up. Listen, black power, man. Black power to my black people, man. Power to the people. I'm black and I'm proud, man. What makes it better is that white people, you can learn from this today. You understand? We've been silent for so long as African Americans in this country. We've been the punching bags, and it's unfortunate.
No more.
I want to say that we must fix this problem, seriously. That we are dying out here. We don't want to die no more. I want to go home to my family. I want to be a man, the man that I am. I want to rise my community. I want to make Newport a lot better. I want to have this So we got a special guest, man. This young lady's amazing. I mean, she's amazing. I worked with her in the past, man. I mean, this is the future. This is the future. The voices that hasn't been heard. We gotta make these things happen. Remember, guys, it takes a collective group. Knowledge is the power. Knowledge is the power to understand our differences and to make a king. You understand that? You know what that means? I'm gonna hold every white person here accountable for today's action.
Brother Gary for giving me 2 minutes of y'all's time. I got nothing prepared. This is coming off the top, so I appreciate you all. I'm Ashley Stokes. I was born and raised here in Newport. My family's been here for over 9 generations. I want to take this back real quick. My parents are historians, so stick with me. The narrative they tell us is that we were slaves until we weren't. That's not true. We were enslaved. Then now, after that, what do? We got sharecroppers of Jim Crow. After that, we got the prison system. They take away our districts, they gerrymander to keep our votes out of the way. Well, they're not going to keep our voices out of the way. You want to step on it, number one, step on the racist stuff going on. I'm going to watch my person. I want y'all to hear me now, brothers and sisters, kings and queens. We are better than what everybody wants to say we are. This is our country. Racism is American as the bald eagle. But guess what? That ends with us. Remember, was the first colony to say enough of racism. We're going to be the first colony to start speaking now. So the rest of the country wakes up. We're going to be peaceful. We're going to be respectful. But we're not going to be quiet. I've been asking for the last few weeks, the last few years, what y'all can do better for us. Be with us, stand with us, speak up for us. When you're at your family dinner table Thanksgiving and that racist uncle says something, you call it out.